All right, thank you. Please rise for the national anthem. All right, thank you very much. My name is Doug Smelser. I'm the band director for St. Thomas Middle School and Herculaneum High School. I'd like to welcome you to the St. Thomas Middle School Fall Band Concert featuring the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade bands. We've got a collection of music, some of the music that we've been working on, not all of it. Our opening act tonight is not from the middle school. This is our high school jazz band. We just have 2 tunes for you to give you a little taste of the high school. They're going to be getting busy starting in December with a lot more concerts. So we just got 2 numbers for you tonight. First one is a little blues number. It's going to feature 3 of our members on solos. This is a chart entitled Blues Machine. Kathy Burgard. Andrew Storr. Justin Montgomery. had on flute, Miss Kathy Brigard, on trumpet, Andrew Storrs, and on the trombone, Justin Montgomery. Let's give him a hand. And so this is all a learning experience. So I wanted these high school kids to play for the middle school, and just so that you know, especially 6th grade, that when they came up to do those solos, they were making all that up. There was no music, so they were making all that up, called improvisation. So hopefully you'll be doing that one day. Before we go on to our second tune, I'd like to thank Miss Roney in the counselor's office for some last-minute help with the program. But I did make a few mistakes, so I'm going to make sure that I don't know who Justin Mauser is in the program, but we do have a Jordan Mauser, so that's Jordan. And we left somebody off. You see that there's 3 trombones, and the program there says 2. I left Dylan Reynolds' name off, so they're actually in the band. So I wanted to make sure that I'll fix the program and I'll give them a copy there. All right, we got one more for you. This song came out in the 70s. It was made famous from the movie Rocky. And then he's like, I thought it was a jazz band. Well, the famous trumpet player Maynard Ferguson had his own arrangement of this. This is called Gonna Fly Now. And this arrangement is sort of based on the Maynard Ferguson one. We're going to feature on tenor, Miss Harmony Sessoms, and on the baritone saxophone, Joseph Witcher, and a surprise solo. So here we go. This is Gonna Fly Now. We have some written solos from Kathy on the flute, and then Jessica on the trumpet, filling in the role of Maynard Ferguson. We also playing a mean conga drum, or one of our trumpet players, Andrew Stores, and on the cowbell, Miss Elizabeth Warner. Let's give them a hand. Yeah. And then, let's see, we're going to pick on, we've got a couple folks making their debut with us tonight. Let's see, this is Nathan's first gig with us, Garrett's first gig with us, and this is Miss Prince's first gig with us. Like I said, this is our high school jazz band. Like to have a lot of fun. We're going to be getting busy next month. We're going to Jefferson College for their little jazz festival. And then they'll be playing next December 11th at 2 o'clock for the high school winter concert with the high school concert band and these guys. So let's give the jazz band another hand. Okay, this will be the longest set change of the night because we've got to switch from the jazz band and get the stage slightly modified for the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade band. So just give me 1 second. 6 or 8 when I give you the cue, get it, okay? Come on. All right, thank you for waiting. It always takes a while when we switch from the jazz band. Now we're getting to the middle school portion of the program. The band that just played for you, some of the older folks are entering their 7th year of playing for me. And the band that you have seated in front of you has 2 months of playing. So this is our beginning band. We're going to play some selections out of our beginning band book. For you, just to show you some of the things that we've been working on, some of the skills, learn the notes, the fingerings. So we're going to get things started off with a classic. It's going to feature all the sections. This is called Rolling Along. Thank you. Got some nervous 6th graders up here, so all the love they can get, they'll appreciate it. Next one we're going to do, we're going to feature all the sections again. Another beginning band classic. This is Hot Cross Buns. Percussion are going to switch. The first two they did on the bells. They have to do bells one day, and then here's a little bit of work on the snare drum, since they're learning that also. We're going to just play twice through number 18 in the book. This is Go Tell Aunt Rhody. All right, we've got one more for you. And this is another familiar melody. We're going to play it straight down. Percussion ready? Okay. This is a song called Lightly Row. Thank you very much. Again, this is our beginners. They got their instruments a little bit after September started. The next concert that they'll be giving is in April, and at that concert they'll be playing sheet music like all the other bands. So it'll be a night and day difference between what you just heard now, which is pretty good for just 2 months, and then what you're going to hear in April, okay? So, we're going to do another set change. So good job, 6th grade. Make sure you have... We're just about ready. The next band that we have are entering their 2nd year of playing. Calendar-wise, they're probably playing about 14 months. So this is our 7th grade band. We have 2 tunes for you. You're going to hear more from them later. The first one we have is just a short little kind of march-like number called Welcome Back. Okay, while percussion is switching out, we've got one more song from you from the 7th grade. Like I said, you're going to be hearing more from the 7th grade at the end of the program. I would like to thank a couple of people before we go on. I'd like to thank Miss Dunklin for helping me out this week with the buses and late buses and just helping me out to get through this week. So I'd like to thank Miss Dunklin, and I thought I saw her somewhere. She's right there. Thank you, Miss Dunklin. Also like to thank our high school counselor secretary, Miss Roney, helped me out at the last minute with the programs because I waited to the last minute to do them, and she was very gracious to help me out. I'd like to thank her. Also like to thank, you might want to say, hey, who's this really good Barry player, the 7th grade band and stuff? Well, that's Joey Widger. He's one of my senior high school band players. He's also our drum major this year, and he has tutoring 3rd hour with the 7th grade. And he'll play anything from the saxophone, the trumpet, helps out with percussion. He's also helped me this week, as you noticed, with the beginning band. He's even helped out with the 8th grade band. So I'd like to thank Joey Wisher for his help. Our second and last number from the 7th grade is a piece called Declarada. Our third band, actually our fourth band of the evening, is the band that is entering their third year of playing. Calendar-wise, probably about 24, 26 months, I'm not for sure. But this is our 8th grade band, and we have 2 selections for you. The first one we have is an old march by a guy named Harold Bennett, and it's been arranged. This is called Summit. We got one more from the 8th grade. This is a piece entitled Chant and Tribal Dance. So it starts off really slow, and then it goes to the dance part. So this is Chant and Tribal Dance. evening is the combined 7th and 8th grade band. We played one time together last week for the Veterans Assembly, and then we had one 20-minute rehearsal today, and that's been it. So we think we have 2 tunes for you. We were discussing how to pronounce the next tune. We've been discussions on that. So we've got 2 songs for you. This is a new piece by a really good friend of mine, Joseph Pappas, and it's in 3 sections. It's got a fast part, it's going to have a lot of percussion, it's going to sound oriental sounding, and then there's a slow part, and then it comes back to the fast part. So this is a new piece by Joe Pappas called Kitaro. told them we're waiting till that gong stops ringing. It'll still be ringing tomorrow, so nice job on that. So, we'll let the percussion get set up one more time. I want to thank you all for coming out. It's always nice to play for a packed house. If you want to hear some more band music, like I said, our high school band concert, it's our winter concert. It'll be half holiday songs, and the jazz band's going to play a lot of the stuff that we've been working on. That's December 11th at 2 o'clock. It's free admission. We'd love to see you there. Also, a lot of parades happening with the high school band. The Festus Christmas Parade is the Monday after Thanksgiving. And then the Herky Christmas Parade is on the 1st. And those are all at 7 o'clock, so the high school band will be at those. We've got one more with the combined 7th and 8th grade band. Before we go on, I would like to recognize a few people. We had the All-District Middle School Honor Band a couple weeks ago. And that was a band made up of 29 different schools, and it was over about 104 students in the band. And we went to Sullivan, and they rehearsed all day. And I want to recognize, we were lucky enough this year to get 3 kids in the band. On tuba, we had Elijah Garrett. And we had 2 clarinet players. We had Miss Maya Avilia and Mr. Doug Maloney. Also, the kids played at our Veterans Assembly last Thursday, and they played some patriotic stuff. Oh, you guys can sit down. We're going to do an encore performance of the march that we did, but before we do that, if there are any veterans in the audience, would you please stand up right now? Please stand up. I know it's my special day, but I'd like to thank you for your service. And this song is for you. Okay, thank you again. This was the combined 7th and 8th grade band. It's only the 3rd time that we've played. Let's give a round of applause for our rookies, the 6th grade band. Our 2nd-year players on the stage, our 7th grade band, our 8th grade band, and then most of them are backstage helping me out. The high school jazz bands, give them a hand. Thank you very much. Just as a reminder, kids, Your instruments are going to be brought back to the band room tomorrow. We have a test. So you can't pass it if you don't have your instrument. Mom, Dad, make sure they bring it. Also, I want to thank you, Mom and Dad, and Grandma, Grandpa, Aunt, Uncle, brother, sister, for supporting your kids. Sometimes being in band is not the easiest thing because there's no app for it. You can't just turn it on and download the cheats, You've got to work at it. I tell my kids, it takes a lot of work to be average in band. A lot of work. So it takes even more work to go past average. So keep working on it. The beginners, some of you were probably cursing me. Why did my kid get this instrument? It does not sound like a clarinet. What is this thing? But believe me, if you keep working on it, they're going to get better and better and better. So keep those kids in band. Our next concert is going to be in April. Some of these guys will have an event in March. So I'll be sending out an old-fashioned letter home by the end of the semester. So be looking for that. So again, thank you. If you got any questions, wait on your kids. It's going to be kind of a madhouse. We'll be about 100 middle schoolers in the band room getting their stuff. So just wait on them out in the lobby. And again, thank you for coming. Sit down, 7th and 8th grade. Sit down, 7th and 8th grade.